What is up, YouTube? Barros here with another HorizonXI Final Fantasy XI private server video. I've been streaming this game, this server, non-stop. And I've already gotten to buy some pretty decent gear. Got some +1 pieces, some +2 pieces. People are coming to my stream and saying, hey, how are you able to afford that? That was a $40,000 leg piece. What do you mean, Republic Subligar? Favros, how'd you buy that? How'd you get the money for that? Fishing. So I'm gonna make a very quick, bare bones video of how I got started fishing on Horizon. This is by no means an end-all be-all guide. This is not an optimization, max efficiency, max anything guide. This is just a how I got started guide and what I've learned about fishing on this server so far. So my hopes is that this can help some people get into fishing in a very easy to understand, common sense way. So without further ado, let's get into it. You can start fishing on Horizon at character level 15. You have to have a job level 15 or higher. They put that in to try to combat people making new accounts and botting, I think. It didn't seem like it was a big problem to me, but they put that in there, so you have to be character level 15, okay? So you can get to 15 without needing much gear or much money, though. So let's say you fight easy preys in your level 1 gear all the way up to 15, and which is realistic, and you want to start fishing. Okay, what do you need? You need a rod. Now you can go, I recommend a bamboo rod when you start. I got a picture of one right here. Here, I'll switch views here. So here's a bamboo fishing rod. Now you can get these from some vendors. Here's a list of merchants right here. Bastock Mines, Southern Sandoria, Port Windurst, all sell them. You can also get them off the auction house pretty cheap. A couple hundred gil at a merchant. Probably even less at the auction house. If you want to get one for free, you can farm them off Goblin Fishers. So Goblin Fishers are located in every starting zone, pretty much East Ronfair, East Saruta Baruta, North Gustaberg, South Gustaberg, West Saruta Baruta, and West Ronfair. And on Horizon, all Goblin Fishers seem to drop, all the ones I've ran into anyway, mainly outside Bastock in South Gustaberg. I've seen bamboo rods, U-rods, fast water fishing rods, and clothes poles. These Goblin Fishers are great monsters to farm when you're leveling up for money, by the way. In addition, Goblin Thugs are too, but anyway, we're talking about Goblin Fishers. These guys are good. They drop rods. You can get a bamboo rod for free if you want by farming one of them, or you can buy it off a merchant. Okay, you don't have to, if you get a U-rod and want to start with that, feel free. If you get a fast water rod and want to start with that, feel free. I just happen to use bamboo rod. Okay, but the other two work. So you got your rod. Next, what do you need to start fishing on Horizon? Let's get you some bait. The bait I'm gonna advise that you start with is little worms, because this bait is gonna let you get Moat Carp and crayfish. And Moat Carp is gonna take you to skill level 11. That's gonna be the first fish that I targeted to go from skill 0 to skill 11 on Horizon. So, and another great thing about little worms is they're super cheap. You can get them from 3 to 4 gil a piece. And look at how available they are. They're in Southern Sandoria. They're in Bastock Mines. They're in Windurst Waters and Port Windurst. So you can get a bamboo rod no matter where you start. No matter what town you start in, and you can get little worms no matter what town you start in for very, very cheap. Okay, so you got your rod and you got your bait. You're ready to start fishing. So I'm gonna link this database in the description of this video. This great-blue.jp database. This is a list of fish in Final Fantasy XI, and the number to the left of these fish is the skill level cap. Now, what you want to do is you want to target something, generally speaking, within 10 levels of your fishing skill. So their cap should be within 10 levels of your skill. This is going to allow you to skill up off of them and catch them consistently on the Horizon server, okay? Like, you're not going to be able to catch level 83 fish consistently, you know, when you're fish level 0. That doesn't even make a lot of sense. So you want to climb up from bottom to top here in this list, okay? So like I said, the first fish I'm going to have you target is Moat Carp. That's, well, you guys do whatever you like. You could start with any of these fish, but rather the first fish that I started with was Moat Carp. The reason Moat Carp's really nice to start is because anybody who builds a Lusheng rods is gonna need like 10,000 Moat Carp. That's not an exaggeration, by the way. Every individual person who wants a Lusheng rod will need 10,000 Moat Carp. So these things are always selling on the auction house. So they're a great way to get into fishing, start skilling up, and make some decent cash when you're a low-level player, you know? You get 10 stacks of Moat Carp, all of a sudden you got 10K to use on low-level equipment. You might be able to get a level 10 set of equipment or a 15 set of equipment, no problem, and some food for your next EXP party. So Moat Carp's a great way to start fishing. Now, before I start telling you about the different camps and how to further use this guide, I want to tell you about the pools system of fishing on HorizonXI. So I've custom made a couple images here to depict how the pools work on Horizon. So let's go ahead and take a look at this first picture. Okay, what do you see here, YouTube? You see a lot of unhappy fishermen, okay? They're all next to a pool of water, and they're all fishing at the same pool, and they all just have like 2 fish. So this is what it looks like on Horizon. I'm about to tell you guys about some camps, some different places to fish up Moat Carp. Look, there's all these places. But if you all go to the same one, you're all gonna be like these guys. Sad faces all around Lake Nightwell, because the way the pool system works is there's X number of fish in the lake, and that replenishes every Y number of minutes. So if there's a lot of fishermen in one spot and they're all fishing the same fish, you're gonna fish out the lake real fast. Then you're all gonna have to wait for it to replenish, and then you're gonna fish it out real fast again. As opposed to this guy, look at him, dude, what a Chad. Look at him, he's got all these fish, he's smiling. He's the only one at the lake. There's more fish in the lake, and he still has all these. He can't even fish it out. Why? Because when there's only one person at a spot, they're not able to fish out the pool. But when there's a lot of people, you go through it quick, okay? So this is how it works. When I'm telling you guys about places that you can fish certain fish, keep in mind you want the least populated one. So if there's multiple spots in your area and you go to one that's real popular, try another one. Or if you just notice that your pools are being fished out a lot and you're getting a lot of like messages like you did not catch anything, or you're not getting any fish, you're just getting items, try another camp. Okay, so remember, I recommended you start with a bamboo rod, some little worms, and Moat Carp. So let's right here. Let's say you know, we think Moat Carp. Okay, we're gonna click on this list. Bam! It populates this page. This is the Moat Carp page. It says skill cap 11, so that means you can fish here 0 to 11. It tells you the bait, and it tells you all these zones. Now, I recommend if you're from Sandoria. Here's the map of Port Sandoria. You can fish there if you like in any of this water with the little worms and the bamboo rod. That'll work no problem. Or you can try Nightwell at this lake named Nightwell in West Ronfair. So that's right outside town. Alternatively, you can even go to Lathine Plateau. It says that on the Moat Carp page too. Lathine Plateau right here. Also, Northern Sandoria works. So there's just try these different spots. See which one's the less populated, and you'll be catching a lot more fish. If you're from Bastock, you can try Bastock Markets. I'm sure there's another alternative near Bastock, but I just went to one of these other places. And you could try, if you're from Windurst, you could try Windurst Waters. North, you could try Windurst Waters. South, you can do Windurst, Woods, or you can do East Saruta Baruta. So there's so many alternatives here for Moat Carp. Don't hesitate to pull up one of these different zones, find the water in it by Googling their map, and then, you know, try to find a spot that doesn't have a ton of competition for Moat Carps. Okay, so what do you do after Moat Carps? Well, actually, there's one thing you should know. So you won't be able to get past 10 skill with fishing unless you uncap your fishing skill. It starts capped at 10. So I would go to Google, I would search FFXI fishing. I would go to this page right here, the FFXI Clupedia category fishing page, and I'd scroll down By the way, this tells you a lot about fishing if you want to get into it. I'll put this in the description as well. I'd scroll down, and then in this guild test items section, it shows you that you can turn in a Moat Carp into the fishing guild, certain NPC, at level 8 to 10, and it'll raise your level cap to 20. And then once you get to 20, 18 to 20, you can turn in a shovel salmon. That'll raise your cap to 30, okay? So every 10 levels, you're gonna have to uncap your fishing. So you're gonna do Moat Carp 1 to 10, then uncap, and then what I did was Quus. I got tons of skill ups off Quus. By the way, your Moat Carp, sell them on the auction house, like I said. Quus, I just sold to an NPC, but I fished another fish up alongside them called Bastor Sardines, and I put the Bastor Sardines on the auction house, and those sold pretty well for the cooks that are buying them up to cook them. So I fished on Quus until level 19, and I did that in Selbina. Any of the water along the docks of Selbina works, and if Selbina's packed, you can go to Port Bastock. I came right out of the residential area and fished right there in that water. If Port Bastock and Selbina's packed, you can go to Port Windurst. And you can fish Quus there as well. So that'll get you to skill level 19. Again, once you're trying to get past 20, make sure you turn in that salmon. And then what I did from 19 to 29 was Pipira. And these are all around Windurst. I did them right up here on these bridges in northern Windurst waters. There's a nice little NPC here to sell your rusty buckets to and stuff. You can also do them in southern Windurst waters. And there's a lake here in eastern Saruta Baruta as well. Also, I think you can even get them in Windurst woods. Let's see. So this lake here for East Saruta Baruta is good. Windurst Waters is good, and let's see, Windurst Walls, Windurst Waters, Windurst Woods, and Eastern Saruta Baruta. So remember, don't be like these guys. Be like this guy. Always find a place that's not as popular and fish there, and you'll get a lot more fish per hour, you'll get a lot more skill ups per hour, you'll make a lot more money per hour, and you can thank me later. That's it. That's how I went from skill level 1 to skill level 29 and learned the basics of fishing on HorizonXI FF11 private server. I hope this video was helpful. It's a bit longer than I thought it was going to be, but I just wanted to show you some alternative camps and let you know how big of a deal that is, and just like talk you through getting started. Get a low level rod, can buy it off the market board or an NPC or off a Goblin Fisher, get some bait, and remember, you can use that Great Blue database to find fish within 10 levels of your skill level. You don't have to use the fish that I told you about. Find any fish within 10 level of your skill level on that database. Click the page for the fish. Find what bait you need to use. Find what zone they're in. And go get to work. I hope you guys, let me know what your favorite fishing spots have been in the comments below. And let me know how it goes, man. I hear that once you get to like skill level 50-ish fishing and above, you could start making like 50K an hour. I'm not making that yet, so I'll have to report back on that. But I hear that that's like sort of the potential of fishing on this server. You're making about 50K an hour. So, whoo, that's sweet. That'll pay for a lot of gear. Anyway, let me know where your favorite spots are in the comments below. If you got anything to add, feel free. I hope you enjoyed the video. And if you liked it, follow this channel, subscribe to the channel, and come by my Twitch channel. I'm probably live right now, twitch.tv/Faros. Also linked in the description below. I hope to see you then. Monday through Fridays, 8 a.m. to 4:30 p.m. United States Central Time. I'm streaming live, teaching you guys how to do stuff like this on Horizon, getting EXP with people, answering questions, and everything else. I'd love to see you there. Come say hi, okay? Till next time, take care, everybody. Peace out.